What's up, tubers? Tio here, Simplistic Fishing, coming back at you tonight to do a quick lake breakdown overview of Chimney Rock in Oklahoma. This thing is a very special lake. I can tell you just from the breakdown that we've done so far on looking what all's out there, it looks very, very interesting. It's located northeast Oklahoma, east of Tulsa. The thing about this lake is it's super, super secluded. It's considered a hidden gem and very secluded, making it a great kayak fishing spot. Why is it a great kayak fishing spot? Because gas motors are restricted, not allowed at all on this lake, so pretty cool stuff. Now the depth and structure, the lake is over 100 foot deep with plenty of dams and structure to hold fish. We're going to talk about that as we go through this breakdown here. The fluctuating water levels is what's going to be tricky here. As a pump back reservoir, water levels can change by up to 10 feet in a 24-hour period. That is crazy. That is a ton of fluctuation. As far as the fish species go, you've got largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, crappie, channel catfish, blue catfish, flathead catfish, white bass, hybrid striped bass, and walleye. So you got plenty of fish to check out. And if you're on a kayak, you got plenty of water to explore for sure. So let's jump into this thing. Let's see how we have it broke down. So over here on the left-hand side, you can see I've got it broke down by a couple different things. We've got attractors, channels, ditches and drains, cover and structure, foundations, offshore spots as well, ramps and slabs, and then the rock. Now, the cool thing about this lake is because of all that fluctuation, I could basically see the offshore stuff that we marked on the contours. I could see it on Google Earth because the water was down so low. So we're not even gonna have to mess with looking at the contours on this lake. We'll actually just use this map to talk to you guys about all the different spots that are out here, including the offshore stuff. So let's start off with just the attractors. We'll point those out really, really quick. Those are gonna be in 4 different places, I believe, 4 or 5 different places. You've got one that's back here, which that to me is a very shallow attractor, but I got these coordinates from the Oklahoma Wildlife Department, so they're accurate. They're accurate as far as the coordinates go. This attractor you can actually see. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see it. You can see it there for just a second. You've got another one that's up here as well, close to this ramp. I thought there was a ramp up here. There's a little dock up here. I guess you could call it a ramp. It's a boat launch. It's not really a ramp since you have kayaks, but you've got this here. Now this area here, while we're here, well, first off, isn't that cool? That little airplane flying across, you don't see that very often. That's pretty awesome. But we're going to talk about this little area here, but this looks very interesting, this right in here. So just want to say that really quick. All right, so those are the attractors. We've got one more attractor that's back here as well. I'm assuming you can get back here. I don't know what this thing is, but I'm assuming you can get back here and then find that attractor that's over there off of that point. All right, next up, let's look at channels, ditches, and drains. There's some channels in here. Some of them are really hard to see, so I couldn't mark that many of them, but the ones that I could, you can see these green lines. And basically what that is just showing you exactly where the channel is. So if the water's up, you're gonna know exactly where you are within inside of those channels. And if you're using the Simplistic Fishing mobile app, you know, we also have the marker on there that tells you exactly where you're at. So if you're on the kayak and you don't have any graphs, you could use the mobile app to look at all these spots and know exactly where you are on the lake as well. So just a little plug for that. All right, let's keep going. Let's talk about cover and structure. Actually, we're just gonna add all this in while we do this. So the cover and structure really, you know, from a breakdown overview, there were a few laydowns here and there, nothing too crazy. Really wasn't a lot from a shoreline perspective that I could really point out to you, but there were a couple areas, so I want to point out those to you because I think they're going to be pretty cool looking areas. So right in here, you've got some debris that's right here on this cut. Now I put the icon right on top of it so you can't see it, but you can probably tell there's something there. But there's some debris there. I don't know if that's a fish attractor someone put out there or what, but something's definitely there. You've got some that's up here too. You can see this one here. Looks like a nice little pile or something. So I like that one. And then of course, I told you guys about up here. This whole area looks interesting. One, you've got the debris that are here, just right off of where that boat launch is, not even that far off there. And it looks like you might even have like a little ledge or something going on right there. Then you've got this rock, which we're going to talk about the rock in a minute, but you've also got this thing. I don't really know what it is. It's hard to tell with this image, like, does that ever go underwater? Does that stay above water? Whatever it is, it's a hard spot. The fish are going to be related to it for sure. Then you've also got this debris here that's underneath this plane. Basically, there's a debris field here. It looks like this could be their attractors, or maybe they've added a tractor to that same spot, but there's a lot going on right here in this little pocket. which is cool because that means you don't have to go very far in a kayak to go find it. And you got some flats back here, you got some channels back here, you got that attractor way back there, a couple more laydowns. Nothing else really that I saw from a shoreline perspective that really popped out to me. Now, we do have these, the foundations, so when I click this, it's gonna change the date. It's gonna take us back to like, I don't know, 2005 or something like that. But here we'll be able to see the one house foundation that's out there, the lone foundation, and oh wow, look where it's at. It's right by all that debris and stuff that we were just talking about, right? So pretty crazy that there's so much stuff in that one little area. The offshore stuff we're gonna talk about here in a minute. Let's go to ramps and slabs and just show you there's not too many of them out there. Usually I would say, you know, if you've ever done a lake breakdown with me, you're gonna wanna make sure you fish all the ramps and slabs because they're great places to find bass. Well, they are, but the problem with this is these are just little boat launches, so you don't really have much of a slab per se to fish around. So a few of them there. We've got the foundation, so now it's time to look at the offshore stuff. So I'm gonna click on this offshore and I'm gonna double click it. It may change the date, it may not. It's thinking about it, but I guess it's gonna let us roll. So let's take a look at some of the offshore stuff here. Let's start at the dam, and we're just gonna work our way down really quick and just talk about these different spots, and then we'll wrap up the video. So from an offshore standpoint, obviously there's that ledge I was telling you about earlier, up here by the dam. This point obviously is gonna be a pretty good point as well. You've got another point here, right? These are just pointing out the main points. This point's got a little bit of a break on it. So you got a nice point here, you've got a foundation that's over here, you've got a hump that's over there, you got a slab that's back there, you got brush piles, debris, and attractors that are back there. This whole pocket is just loaded with stuff. You come down here, actually I don't want to do that yet, I told you I'd stay up there, so let's go up here. Another point's got a pretty good break that looks like a pretty steep one. Right here you got a little offshore thing, I don't know if this is a ledge or what it is, but if you don't find them here, pull out to the point and look around the point here, or look around on the inside of the point right there. Back here, if you look at this is a nice little break right here, right? It looks like this ditch comes out and kind of curves over this way and creates this nice little like ledge or swing or whatever you want to know. It just looks juicy to fish around. You kind of got the same thing here as well. It's swinging around here, probably going to find a little more rock, a little more harder spot, and it's right before it gets up onto that flat, which makes it a pretty good looking spot. Got another point here. I marked this as an offshore spot because if you look here, you got this nice point here, but right here, you got a nice little point that comes out. And again, really close to that flat, right? Another offshore spot there. Back in here, I would be interested to know if you can give me some comments on this video. What the heck is this? Like, can you get around it? Originally, I was thinking you could use a boat here. So I was thinking, man, I'd hate to hit that with my boat. But I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's like an old dam or what, but this has got to be a juicy spot to fish around because here's your main creek channels that are coming in and they're all gonna be pushed up against us. You're talking massive bait fish, debris, all kinds of stuff that's probably gonna be right here in this area because it's creating that little funnel that's there. So looks pretty cool. Let's keep moving because we don't have too much time. We got a little ledge that's right here too. You can check that out. You can see that one. You got another ledge that's over here. This actually looks like there may be some stuff out here, like some possible fish attractors or something. I didn't see that on the other image, but I can definitely see it there. So that's a pretty good one. This one out here is actually, I've got it marked as rock, so it doesn't show as offshore, but this is definitely a good offshore spot too. It's a rocky point that comes out. You got another offshore spot there. Here's your different points. You got a hump that's here. You got this little hook here. Anytime you find these little hooks, they can be very interesting. So you'll want to check that out. Plus, if you look right there, there's a little debris or something going on right below that offshore spot. These little ditches can be good, so you'll see us mark those ditches, and then these swings obviously are good as well. And then as we move down here, we just got a couple more spots, some points that are over in here. And then as we move down, here's where that channel comes in. You got a little point that sticks out there, and then you got another one right there in that area. So lots of points to be able to fish, some ledges, some drop-offs, some fish attractors. I think you got it all. You got house foundations, and from what I understand from looking at the YouTube videos on this particular lake, it looks like this lake's an awesome lake to fish. If I was a kayaker, I would definitely be going. So guys, that wraps it up for our breakdown of Chimney Rock Lake in Oklahoma. Make sure to go out, pick up your SD card or your digital files from simplisticfishing.com. If you have graphs, we have it all mapped out for you. You just buy the card, put it in your graph, and all these points will show up on your graph. And if you don't have a graph and you are a kayaker and you want the ability to basically have a graph in the palm of your hands, you need to go check out the Simplistic Fishing app on Apple or Google Play. way, we have all of these waypoints on our app, including the contour lines as well, which is huge. So basically you have everything the people with the graphs have, but you've got it on your phone, and you've got a GPS navigation button that shows you exactly where you are on the lake as well. So go check it out, Simplistic Fishing. It's out on the App Store or Google Play. And until next time, guys, I hope you catch your PB. Take it easy.